You ruined it. We had a thing.
I know what you told me about the thing. Nobody tells me nothing. What?
Welcome to Expert Zone Live, everyone. Hello, and it's Windows 11 launch day. Yes!
Woohoo!
Cheers and everything. Woo! I don't know, there's only 4 of us and we're all in separate rooms, but I like it. It's fine. There you go. Welcome. It is Tuesday, the 5th of October, 2021. It is indeed Windows 11 launch day, which is an exciting time for all of us right here. Let's get the introductions out of the way. First off, I am Adam Schofield, Microsoft evangelist, working with Microsoft to empower every person on the planet, and I'm joined today by the other 3 evangelists. Well, not all of our evangelists on this team, but 3 lovely ones all the same. We'll start off on to my left, your right. It is Hannah Deffridge. How's it going?
Hello, I'm well. Thank you very much for having me here. I'm Hannah Deathridge. Hello.
Now you just sound like you're on a news report.
Well, the news today is that Windows 11 is here. That's the news.
There you go. I love the news. It's great. Let's look down from me now and let's bring in Mr. Matt Field. How is it?
Hello, I'm good.
You good?
How are you? You're all right.
I'm good. I'm great. How are you?
You're right up there. Yeah, I'm very happy today.
Good. We're wearing the same shirt. Look at us.
Represent.
We're like little twins.
I know. Can we have a twin 5?
You know, with the
twin 5. Let me give you a twin 5
Yeah,
right there.
we have a
There you
thing. Me and Monica have done it too.
go. A logo, I guess, you know, but it's not as cool as our shirts. So it's all I'm
where
saying.
did you get your shirts?
Shush! Introducing last, who may or may not have got these shirts for us, but absolutely spoiled our intro. How mean is Monica? How's it going?
I'm very well. I didn't mean to spoil it, but you guys need to tell me stuff. You know, you can't just drop me in there.
I mean, fine. Like, you know, if that's how you want to play it,
please do that on the next one.
Well, it's all good. But it's also not just ourselves here today celebrating the launch of Windows 11. We've also got all you guys, everyone in chat. We are live on our usual home of the Facebook pages for Expert Zone UK and Expert Zone Ireland. But we are also, as a one-off today, we're also live on our Expert Zone UK and Ireland YouTube channel as well. It's a rare appearance for us. Let's say hello to some of you in the chat. First in the chat straight away, as always, was Tassin. Hello to you. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hope you are well. Who absolutely could not wait for this stream.
Wow.
Absolutely appreciate that. We've also got Gareth Smith. A new era has begun. It certainly has, Gareth. Absolutely. Emma has dropped in on Facebook as well. Good evening, all. What a great day. Windows 11 launch and Curry's rebranding. Yes, shout out to Curry's, who we now have to remember to call only Curry's now. That's a very much an inside business knowledge information, but you know, whatever, we should crack on anyway. We've also got on Facebook, I want to say CY, so I'm going to say Cy. Let us know if we got that wrong. But hello to you. Monica, what are you doing in the chat? What are you doing? Like, you're here with us now.
That's my evil twin. That's
Get out of the chat, Monica. Just go.
That's a very evil name, Monica Miles.
But Tassin also does hope that you had a lovely day. So if anything, maybe it's working out for you.
I have had a lovely day so far, but they broke it.
Well, you know, it's going to happen. Boss Man is in the chat. Hello, boss.
Yes.
So big day indeed for all of us. We've got Plabs. What a name. Plabs on YouTube. Hello. If you are watching on YouTube, then do give us a hello on there. We always really appreciate it. Who else have we got on here? Mr. Jer Lynch on YouTube as well. How is it going, sir?
Hello.
Former member of the team. Love to see it. Oh my, hang on, look at this from YouTube. Ronald, shout out here in the Philippines at midnight.
What?
You're my favourite comment so far. Hello. And we've also got Daz on
dedication.
YouTube as well. Hello to you.
Hello. Oh,
That took a while. That was a lot to filter through. But do feel free, guys, to throw your comments in the chat. We'll be more than happy to bring them up on stream. So anything you think, any thoughts that you have as we go through, just bring it up. Today we are celebrating the launch of Windows 11, which has finally started to be released today. Guys, are we excited about Windows 11?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we are.
Just a
Amazing.
bit. I mean, we'll do a quick round robin here. Monica, we'll start with you. So we're going to be covering Windows 11 a lot on Easy Live over the next few weeks. But just out the gate, from everything you've seen of Windows 11, but from announce and through the Surface announcement and everything else we've seen, what's the one thing well, I guess you've been using the preview build as well already. So either looking forward to or your favorite thing that you've decided already from Windows 11.
Well, there's a couple of it. So for me, I know it's gonna sound a bit meh, but when I open the laptop, it feels light.
Yeah.
When I look at the screen, it just feels lighter and it makes me feel calm. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's the transparency and the delicacy of it. It's just like
it's little things about the transparency that I really appreciate, like the so like the new Photos app, for instance, like when you're looking at photos on there, the background still has that transparent glass effect to it, so you can still see, like if you've got like the light theme or something like that on there, it's coming through. It's really cool.
It's just very delicate. That's what it is, you know.
Yeah. Hannah, I'll ask you the same. Like either favorite feature you've used or upcoming, or like one that you're excited to use.
I think I totally get what Monica says when she said it makes her calm. I love that. I think that's wicked, and it does. Like you open it and you just like. You just do a sigh of relief because everything looks so good and bubbly and transparent. But I'm here for widgets, Adam. I love widgets. I'm here for widgets. All about widgets. Just something so simple that keeps you just less distracted. I get distracted a lot, so really here for widgets.
Love it. A couple shout outs in the chat quickly whilst we're at it. So Andrew Lee, hello to you on Facebook. Technosaurus Rex on YouTube. It all starts now. It all starts here. I think that's very appropriate.
It begins
thank you very
now.
much. Don't think I've forgotten you, Matt. So again, same question to you. If you've been using it already, what's your favourite feature? Or if you're yet to use it yet, what are you looking forward to using?
We were talking about this before we came on stream. It's going to help me be more organized. Yay!
It is.
I'm not going to forget things, and I'm going to be able to with snap layouts have multiple things open at once and the way I want it as well. So the cool thing is it's personal to me. If I want something somewhere, I can have it. And obviously then reconnecting to an external display and having things just remember where they are.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's a no-brainer, right?
Absolutely. The snap layouts thing, like I'm literally right now, because I'm on a device which is on Windows 11 at the minute, and the new snap layouts where you hover over the maximize button to get all the different layouts. It's such a simple one. Like, a lot of the focus has been on the fact that you can do 3 across and stuff like that, but such a simple one. It's just a more bigger focus on the left and then a smaller focus on the right. I'm literally using that right now for this stream. And it's just little things like that I find really, really cool. But awesome. It's a lot of exciting stuff going on. Guys, as well, if you've been using the insider builds of Windows 11, let us know. Let us know what your favorite feature is. We're going to be talking about Windows 11 a lot over the next several weeks. Now, it has arrived. It is launched today. So people from today will start receiving a prompt to upgrade to Windows 11. That could be today. That could be over the next few weeks. Could be even over the next few months. There is a reason for that. We'll get into that a little bit later. Over the next few weeks, we're on Facebook and YouTube right now, but in the next few weeks, exclusively on our Facebook pages, we'll be talking about all the different things you can do in Windows 11. So we'll give a call out to that at the end of the stream so we can really cover absolutely everything there is. But today, it's more about celebration. But before we get right into the celebrating, I want us to get a little bit nostalgic. How do we feel about that? How's that sound?
Is it going to make you feel old?
Choo choo.
No. What? No.
Sure.
We would never.
Okay, cool. It'd be interesting how nostalgic I get.
Okay, we'll see. We'll test that. So let me bring something up for you quickly here. Where is it gone? Where's my screen? There it is. I want to have you guys have a look at this. What do you think of this image right here?
Brilliant.
I mean...
Look at that for a piece.
That's a big desk.
Let's just bring that in a little bit and
but desks nowadays wouldn't be able to cope with that weight.
Yeah. It's sizable. I remember being in school and like in the library. So this would have been early 2000s now, so not even the 90s, like early 2000s. So this secondary school at this point, and having monitors like that with the mice that had the ball in it and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like that is quite a lot.
I used to use it to just look on. Oh, you had like an encyclopedia CD-ROM, and I used to put it in and just look at the encyclopedia and watch the.
Do you know what?
Go across the screen.
Now you've said that. Look at the picture again, right? Where you said about the encyclopedia. Look at the size of the book. So he's got all that PC hardware, but he still has to have a massive textbook because the PC's not good enough to have everything it needs.
There you go. Now, what we're going to do, this is a section that we like to call Road to Windows. So we're going to be doing this every week for the next few weeks. Over the next few weeks, we'll look at specific features in previous versions of Windows. Right now, we're just going to talk about previous versions of Windows all up. There was a comment in the chat from Sire that on Facebook that came in saying, what was the team's first OS? We will cover that in just a moment. And I'm just pressing comments accidentally now, so there you go. We are live. So that's all good. So first up, I'm going to show you this image. Also, I should call out to the new Photos app that I'm using on Windows 11, which looks really nice. It is tasty. But enough of that. We are going to take a look at, let me zoom out of this image so we can show you this. What do you think of when you see this?
Oh my God. Honestly, it kind of brings back the DOS memories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because of the blue, it's like the old sci-fi films where they had the little font come up.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, that question around people's first OS. Now, this wasn't my first OS. Mine was like 95 or 98. Did anyone on our team, I'm looking at you, Matt, use this OS?
This was. Don't get me wrong. I kind of remember it. My dad was big into computers when I was growing up. I kind of remember it, but it was 80. Was it say 85? 85 when this came out. Yeah. So I was only 5 years old. So this would be probably my first experience of a computer. Yeah, I would say that I remember. So I do remember it being in the house and my dad being in his office. But other than that, no, I didn't really use it.
So we should say, the original Windows 1 was released on the 20th of November, 1985. That was then followed up by Windows 2 and Windows 3, each released on December 9th, 1987 and May 22nd, 1990, respectively. So
sounds so funny. Windows 3. Like, how funny does that
sound? It's weird, isn't it? It's strange. So
Windows 1.
Just
weird.
So that was our first free releases. Now, for a lot of us on this stream, and then maybe a fair amount of people in the chat, we start getting into really some fond memories when I bring up this.
Oh, there it is.
Now, this is Windows 98, of course. I've skipped one here. We had Windows 95. What was everyone's first experience of Windows then? Was it 98? Was it 95? Can you remember?
I think it was 98 for me. I can't remember.
For me as well.
Yeah.
98 for me, I think. I want to say I just left school. So I was, older teenage years. So PCs were a thing to keep in touch with people. Yeah. So I remember this. Yeah.
My one memory of this, and I can't remember if it was 98 or 95. I think it was 98, which was our first PC. And it was in the living room. Like, it was kind of like a dual setup living room where you had the dining room on one side and a sort of dining table, and then the actual living space on the other side. And then the PC was kind of like wedged in the middle. And it wasn't even on a desk. It was on like a little cupboard. So your legs would hit the cupboard itself. And I was on like a dining chair using the computer. So that was my one.
Oh, do you know what I remember? I remember just being fascinated because I was only a little bear when I was playing with like 98. XP is the one I remember most of all, but I just remember the screensavers more than anything, and I used to love screensavers. I used to love changing them and just watching them for ages. Screensavers, memories.
There's a lot of memories. So quick facts about Windows, both Windows 95, 98 and ME/2000. We'll get into the name conventions in a bit. So Windows 95 was released on the 24th of August, 1995, with Windows 98 being released on the 25th of June, 1998. And then following up to that, and the reason why we're clumping all these together was that they were using the same version of code in the back end side of things. So 95, 98 and ME. Now we've already seen one in the chat, which was Windows 2000. One thing I didn't know was that ME was actually the kind of home version, and in 2000 was like the pro version. And I did not realize this. Like I always knew about 2000, so it always confused me. But that was a thing apparently. So there you go. Have a bit of that. But we're going to skip on now to we're going to go through 95, through 98, through ME in 2000, and we're going to move on to if I zoom out of here, this one.
Aww.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
It all
Windows
comes
Messenger
flooding
in
back.
the corner. Look at the messenger in the corner, the little icon.
Oh yeah, with the little dude.
Yeah, good.
The little MSN Messenger or Windows Messenger.
But you know what? A couple of years ago at the airport, they still had that. At the airport still. Some of them still have it.
Yeah,
Or had it. I don't know because I haven't been to an airport in ages. But you know what I mean? So that's why it's still relevant to me because I have seen it not that long ago.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Windows XP released 25th of October 2001. XP would go on a long run. We would have XP for about 6 years, which the only other OS to match that is Windows 10, funnily enough. XP we had was a part of people's lives for a very, very long time. And a lot of memories. That green field, you can get that as a Teams background right now. You can go to there. You can go and download the new Microsoft backgrounds. Like there's one with like Clippy and stuff like that. But then one of them is just this field, which is extremely famous. But yeah,
like
very,
a meme
very cool.
now, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. And Ronald says on YouTube. So my first OS use when I was in high school. So I'm guessing that's for XP that you're using. Tassin with the dial-up memories. I wouldn't say they were fond memories, Tassin.
No.
Not fond.
Literally hear it. You've said it, and I can hear it in my
Oh
head.
yes, the ping.
And
And then hang up the phone.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a little bit. Right, we're going to move on now. We're going to move on to the 30th of January 2007 with Windows Vista. And I want to call out a little thing here, which is kind of like a predecessor to what we have today. Widgets.
Yeah.
We have widgets in Windows Vista.
I do like a clock face. I'm one of those people that like a clock face as a widget.
Me too.
Into that.
Yeah, so
I said this to you before. I've actually got a PC. I've actually got a desktop in the cupboard downstairs that still I haven't plugged it in for years, but I know it has Vista on it, and it has those widgets on the desktop, and I know it's there. It looks just like this.
Yeah.
Circle start menu. That's insane.
Vista was my first version of Windows, which was on my laptop, so a laptop I could actually call my own. So before that, I was just using my family's PC, and then as I'm going into teen years now, I actually got a laptop. And my first one had Windows Vista on it. So I've actually got fond memories of Vista for that reason.
Independence and Vista.
It has Vista. It's mine. It's mine. Dave with the great comment here. So introduce the awesome Aero interface. So a preview into this whole kind of like see-through type visuals that we've kind of seen come in and out over the years. Like I say, anyone else use Vista particularly that much here, or is it just me?
I used to use it in my previous job for a lot of audio editing, like music editing and stuff like that. So that's why I still have the PC. Fond memories, can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
I remember it from when my nan was alive and she had a laptop and she just didn't know what to do with it. So the amount of times I had to go around and like help her on her laptop, and I just remember Vista so clearly from that. But I still didn't have my own device. I don't think of that.
No, fair enough. Well, Vista itself was only around for a couple years. It arrived in January. Well, I say it arrived only around for a couple of years in terms of before a new one came out. Vista, of course, was still supported for X amount of time. So in 2007, Vista came out. October 22nd, 2009. We saw the release of this.
There we go.
So
That's
into
the one I remember.
Yeah, this is a version of Windows which is very fond in a lot of people's hearts.
Yeah.
Windows 7, which was a about 3 years it stood on its own before a new version came out, Windows 7, but it was a very popular version of Windows, kind of taking some of the best aspects of Vista and then kind of going further with them and cleaning them up a bit and stuff like that. How many people here had Windows 7?
100%.
I didn't have it.
What did I have?
No.
No, I
Why?
didn't have 7. So I mentioned just now, but I had my laptop with Vista on it. My
Yeah.
parents had their computer, and they ended up with 7 on there, but it wasn't actually mine. So I would use 7, but I would rarely be on that device. So I never actually had 7. I had Vista. And then by the time I got a new device, the next one we're going to mention had come out. So
I think I had a Toshiba or
Interesting.
something, and it had Windows 7 on. Oh, it's bringing back so many memories.
yeah, it's
I think I had a Packard Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say one of mine is. I
Yeah.
think it was a Fujitsu Siemens or something like that. I had.
yeah.
So
I've
random.
had so I can't remember which one. I think the one that had Vista on it was a Sony Vaio. I had one of
Them
those, and then of course I skipped 7. I had a Toshiba for what we're going to we'll look at next. So I come up with that he's still using 7 and stuff, and I should mention as well, but 7 only dropped. They only stopped supporting Windows 7. What was it? The beginning of last year that stopped.
Yeah, it was really it's recent, isn't
It
it?
was quite late,
Yeah, it was about a year, about 18. Well, about 20 months ago now, something like that. It was the beginning of 2020 that they stopped support for Windows 7. So that just shows how kind of integral or how big it was for a lot of people, because it was still a system that so many people looked at, and that was a big moment for people as well to kind of move on and say goodbye. But next
One thing
up,
I've got to say before you go,
Yeah.
one thing I have to say is this has got a real big memory for me, because it was my first experience with PC gaming.
yeah,
This was my first PC that I gamed on, and I played a very popular, massively multiplayer online game. And I bought my Windows 7 PC purely to play this game with my friends.
yeah.
And so it has a special place in my heart, because it was like, I'm being the gamer that I am. This was the first time I experienced those PC side of stuff.
Yeah. We'll move on into this one.
Oh yeah.
Windows 8 and 8.1. So I believe the screenshot we're looking at here is actually
Yeah.
8.1, where they because 8 had like all your tiles were there all the time, whereas 8.1 they reintroduced this as like an interface you would load into, like suppress. Or actually, no, I believe this was 8. I might be getting my facts wrong. I'm the expert. But in any case, Windows 8 and 8.1. So Windows 8 was released October 26th, 2012. Windows 8.1, which made some changes to kind of put it back into more of a traditional
Start
Windows,
menu, yeah.
was a year later. Really shook the ground, Windows
Yep.
8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of big changes, in some cases a bit before its time. And yeah, some people really liked it, really liked the new changes. Some people didn't, which is why we ended up seeing 8.1. And yeah, I had it. I had 8 and 8.1 on
Yep.
my own Toshiba device is what I had. It was bright red. I've still got it in the loft somewhere. And thank you, Gareth, for confirming this was 8.1 update 1. So thank you very much for that. And Mike Anfield has just dropped into the chat as well. Reminds me of the very first
Yes.
Surface.
I had
And-
it on my Surface RT. Yeah.
It is
Oh, I
easy to
experienced
forget
it.
that with Windows 8, Surface, it was the first time we had Surface devices, some Microsoft designed hardware. So
It does. It reminds me of Windows Phone as well, and Lumia and the tiles. It was like
Yeah.
that three-way. It was tablet, phone, and PC, and it was all
Yeah.
tiles and colors.
yeah, it was particularly cool. Last up, I mean, we've got a lot of experience with this already, but we can't do a road to Windows without mentioning it, and it is of course Windows 10. Windows 10, I mentioned it before that the last operating system to go 6 years was XP. Windows 10 has been out. It came out on July 29th, 2015. So it's been out for over 6 years now. It's still going to be supported right up until 2025 to give it a full 10-year cycle. But it's been around for a long time. Gone through some big changes as well. This was like they had done kind of update releases to OSs before, but they hadn't really made a point of doing free updates and such every single time, like dedicating 2 big updates a year and that sort of thing. You had to create. Is that anyone remember the creators update, which was a really big deal at one point?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And
So
the fall update, and like they named it after seasons sometimes.
Yeah, and it's had a hell of a run, Windows 10, and if anything, potentially it may have ran for a bit longer if it wasn't for the set of circumstances that if it wasn't for just everything going up the wall in terms of the global situation. Which completely changed the dynamic and completely changed the context and completely changed what people expect from an operating system. But that was our road to Windows.
I enjoyed
I
that.
thought that was a nice time.
It
was a nice time.
Do you know what? We could have spoke about it for ages. Like
we really could. Like, I'm looking at the time. We've already overrun on that bit, so we need to
say things.
But yeah, we've got a few more comments in the chat. And what have we got here? Tassin with I still have the Surface Tablet 2 with Windows 8 RT. Wow. I mean, that'd be a cool thing to see.
A comment in that we missed.
Yeah, go for it.
And this was about the first operating system.
Nigel, I did miss that.
Remembers it. Nigel Timms remembers.
Of course. I mean, I want to see it. To be fair, I want to actually have like an original, not like an emulated version, like an original device. If I could see
that'd
one
be
like
really cool.
They must have it at Microsoft in Seattle. We should ask them.
Yes.
To power it up so we can see it.
Send it over to us. You're gonna need a massive cargo plane, obviously, to put it in.
Adam will do a video.
Those monitors, they're not small.
No, but they should just do like a live stream of the evolution of Windows and just have them, just so you can see it. I mean, I remember the keyboards being, with the keys being that high, and it was like an inch deep to go in.
Yeah. We've looked back now. We've looked back at our history of Windows OSs and how we've got up to here today and all the different evolutions and stuff. As I said earlier, we'll be diving more into the specific kind of new things with Windows 11 over several weeks. But today, we're just looking at Windows All Out. Because Windows 11 is a very exciting time, but Windows 11 can't really do much unless it's got a device to actually go on. So today, as it is launch day, we're going to be talking about collections, Windows collections, and the kind of devices that we can get out there. Now, before we go into that, we have to give a shout out to one of our partners who Microsoft is doing a lot of work with right now with new devices that are having Windows 11, or even in the past year or so with Windows 10 devices which are ready to go to Windows 11, and that is Intel, who we need to give a shout out to.
Woohoo!
Windows 11 and Intel. This is all with the Intel Evo platform. So, as I say, there will be many PCs out there that will be ready to upgrade for Windows 11 for free, starting today and onwards into 2022. The best experience for most people is going to be with a modern PC with Intel's 11th gen processors and the Intel Evo platform. So we're going to be talking about this a lot. Actually, next week, on next week's stream, we have got a guest from Intel joining us to talk a lot more about the Intel Evo platform. Some quick facts to throw out there for you. So a device that is on the Intel Evo platform will be 40% more responsive than most 2-year-old laptops. Not 3, not 4, but 2. 2 years old. 40% faster. It's got inbuilt Wi-Fi 6, 9 or more hours of battery life and full HD devices. There's a lot of reasons to be excited around the Intel Evo platform and what that does for Windows devices today. Again, we're going to be talking about it a lot more next week when we do our power stream for Windows 11, which will be exclusively on Facebook UK and Facebook Expert Zone UK and Facebook Expert Zone Ireland. A lot more to talk about, but needed to get a mention here. And we're mentioning it right now because the first collection we're going to look at is a collection that you're going to see a lot of Intel Evo all over. And that is the Premium Collection, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, that needed that. That needed that. That definitely needed that.
Now, The stuff we've got on screen are just examples. There is, of course, a lot more than this, but we've got examples from the HP Spectre X360, the Dell XPS 13, and, of course, the Samsung Galaxy Book Pro 360, which I'm actually going to be able to look at in a couple of days. Now, these devices will either be Windows 11 out the box or upgrade when available and ready for Windows 11. But, yeah, what do we like about the Premium Collection, guys? Like, what is our, like, kind of best things about it?
Sleek. Look.
Sleek.
Yeah, sleek.
Shiny, delicate.
Just look good.
Yeah.
How good do they look with Windows 11 on them? It just.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you know, looking at them
I
now,
know, right?
what Monica said at the beginning about it feels, it just, you look at it with Windows 11, it just feels light. And I'm not even there.
This is the thing I realized when I was grabbing the
Really?
images. When I was grabbing the images for this, that was something that I was suddenly very aware of. That you have the same devices with, and that's the thing. I had access to images which had Windows 10 on it as well. It somehow looks even sleeker and even more crisp with that UI on it. Like, it just looks so nice. Like, as Monica said, calm, and it's rather delicious. Rather delicious.
Tasty.
Yeah. Tasty. Premium collection devices, so these are pretty much your best of the best in terms of productivity and also creative work as well. So the designs themselves can be quite timeless. So the XPS is a great example. I'm actually using an XPS right now, and it's I with its kind of carbon kind of top and stuff like that. You've got the HP Spectre, which has had a similar sort of design for the last couple of years now, but it's such a beautiful looking device. The Galaxy Book Pro as well is insanely thin. Our boss in the chat has used it. I've used it. It's ridiculously thin. It shouldn't be allowed to be that thin. One thing that we haven't got on screen, which Hannah will know a lot more about, is actually the new Surface Pros, which are coming out as well.
Yeah, you had one on the previous slide, didn't you? A cheeky Surface device.
Did I? Oh, cheeky one. Maybe.
Yeah, the Surface range, it just encompasses it, because again, there's an evolution of Surface now, and to have the evolution of Windows amalgamated, it just amplifies everything. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm hitting
Did
my
you just
microphone.
hit your
Sorry.
mic? Yeah.
I'm so excited.
People with headphones just went, ah!
I'm so sorry.
I thought there was a dramatic drum coming in as she was getting like passionate about it.
talking about Surface. That is all.
Amazing. Let's have a look now at our mainstream collection. So we've got another HP there, HP Pavilion X360, Acer Swift 3, Dell Inspiron 13 as well. Again, just examples of some of the devices in the mainstream collection, which are more for your everyday stuff. And I enjoy how far devices in this sort of price range have come in the last few years. Like, it always used to be the case where premium started to really look super slick, super, I'm going to say it, super sexy, quite frankly. And we've seen that come down into the mainstream collection, and also the entry collection as well. And now you can get device which is great for everything you need to do, but still has a really nice aesthetic to it. And again, with Windows 11 on it, looks absolutely glorious.
Delicious.
And all the form factors that you need. Do you know what I mean? So for whatever everyday use is for you, you can have a 2-in-1. You can have a clamshell. They've got everything in this collection. It's a really good staple middle section.
Yeah, got a few comments in the chat that I'm going to quickly call out with Sin talking about one thing which a lot of people don't think about, but is a really handy thing, which was the installation keys for Windows. Like, it's only a one-time thing, and then once it's done, it's done. It's like, do you remember the days where you had to have like the boxes? Like, you had a DVD box.
Yes.
It's like a CD with a key on it, and if you had to redo it, you needed to get the key back and redo it. But now it just remembers. It remembers your system. It remembers your account. Way easier. I'm not sure if I interrupted someone there as I brought that up. Was it Monica at all? Was you going to say something, or have I got that wrong? You wasn't. Okay. Are you okay, Monica? You good? Yes.
I'm good. I'm just enjoying this. Everything just looks sleek and premium if there's got a Windows 11 on it, regardless of what collection it is, isn't it? It's true.
Absolutely. So these devices, they're still devices which will weigh less and help you weight less, with still great hardware inside there as well. So you're still able to take it around with you Free from battery anxiety is a little line that I've got written down here, which I think is a really cool line. Battery anxiety is a thing. Absolutely. I get it with my phone. If I'm on the train home from a night out and then I've got like 5% left on it,
The
and I'm
noise.
still
That noise you don't get anywhere else that tells you that your battery's about to die.
yeah, it's a frightening experience. I don't like it. On that note, though, we're going to move on to our last set of devices. I've slightly cheated here with this, and that is our entry collection. You'll see why I've cheated, and that's because I've got technically a lower mainstream device with the laptop Go.
Cheeky Surface.
Cheeky bit of Surface.
Two Surface.
I know.
So failed.
Now, the Surface Laptop Go, I've snuck into entry because actually, if you go for the base model of the Laptop Go, it could sneak its way in. But I'd say it's fair to call it more lower mainstream collection.
It's a stunning little thing.
But this is the thing.
Good
This is what's
looking.
amazing. It's so stunning, and yet when we talk about the designs and making them more value propositions for people, let's talk about the Surface Go 3. It's out today.
Indeed, it is.
It is. It is. Work, play, and create the way you want to. Surface Go 3.
Absolutely.
We need the drum. We need the drum.
Where's the drum?
Bang, bang, bang.
So yeah, the Surface Go 3 is out today. And yeah, again, as a value option for people, which is still thin and sleek, can take it anywhere, can still has great battery life on them. It's a great example of what you can get from an entry device if you're starting. From kind of the base model, at least for the Surface Go 3. Also, shout out to the Lenovo IdeaPad 1. I've been a big fan of the IdeaPads in entry for some time now. They always seem to be devices which, despite starting, like the IdeaPad 1 starts from £200. Like, that is ridiculously good value for money. And yeah, and if you're just using it for browsing and just social media and online shopping and that sort of thing, it is surprisingly good. For the value that you get with it, and it is being supported for Windows 11 upgrade as well, so it is ready for Windows 11. And yeah, you can still get some great value in the entry collection. Great for kids as well. I think kids is the big one really with this, especially for the Surface Go 3, having devices that you can use for school without having to absolutely break the bank, which I don't like to do in the best of times, to be honest. But hey ho, here we are. So
And then you've got that extra peace of mind with security and your Microsoft account and Windows 11. So
exactly.
it all comes together.
It all comes together. I love it. Oh, isn't it nice? So that is our collection. So just a quick look at some of the collections that we've got coming. Any devices, I mean, Hannah, to be fair, I'm kind of expecting I know the answer to this one. Any devices you're looking forward to using with Windows 11?
Surface Laptop Studio. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Yeah, because we keep talking about innovation and evolution, and that in itself as a device, and there's transitions and not having to be detachable and to just transition between different modes. I'm so excited to see how Windows 11 works with that form factor. Oh my god, my dog's just jumped up to the microphone, so if it bangs again, it's not me getting excited, it's dog getting excited now.
We're live, people. We're live. These things happen. It's fine. That's brilliant. And Matt, same to you, I guess. Like, if you could
I'm
pick
gonna be really boring.
Yeah.
Really boring and go exactly the same answer.
Really?
Purely because my Book 3, if I'm not at my gaming PC, my Book 3 comes with me everywhere, and it does everything that my gaming PC does, but on the fly, right?
Yeah.
So to have the next, can I steal your line, Hannah? The next evolution of Surface.
Oh.
I believe that's the one that I would like to experience. And even though the Book 3 is the bigger of the devices at the moment, I think that again, Windows 11 will make it feel lighter, and it will and then the Laptop Studio. That's the one for me, 100%.
14.4 inches.
I know, yeah.
Very nice. Monica, are you going to stick at the Surface camp as well when it comes to stuff you'd love to use, or?
I think I would have to. I mean, I want to see Laptop Studio because of the innovation of the hinge. I want to see those modes, right? But I heavily use my Pro X. So that's just the iteration of that one. But I had the first Go, I had a Go 2. So I kind of need to see Go 3 now, because that was one of those that I use for my piano lessons, for whenever I just want to stream something. That one pretty much goes around the house with me. because I'm on a laptop 3, so a 15-inch, so I don't want to carry that around. But my Go goes everywhere, so it goes to my garden, goes to my bedroom. So maybe Go 3. I think I'm gonna change the pattern just a little bit for you guys, because I know studio's gonna be exciting.
I am going to change the pattern completely and give a shout out to some of our amazing OEM partners that are out there.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned it earlier, Thursday. I'm actually going to be trying out the Samsung Galaxy Book Pro 360.
Of course,
And this is the one which will come with Windows 11 out the box. So it's a Pro 360. There you go, Sai called it. I'll be trying the Pro 360 on 5G as well. As devices go, I got to use it once earlier this year, and it's so thin and just delicious. And the screen, it's got a Super AMOLED display on it, and it is unbelievably nice. Like, it is really, really nice. And the S Pen support works really well, as well as the partnership between Microsoft and Samsung with all the Your Phone stuff as well. So I'm looking forward to using that. Shout out as well. So again, over the next few weeks, we're going to be doing several different Windows 11 streams. We'll have a different guest each week. So next week, we're going to be bringing Intel on to talk to us about the Intel Evo platform. The week after that, we'll be talking to Samsung. And so they'll be on talking about some of their new Windows 11 devices. Week after that, we'll be talking to HP. And then the week after that, you guys will be happy. We'll be having a shout out for Surface. So you can have that.
I think I'm the guest, aren't I?
Well, guest. It's not. To be fair, Surface is our team, so it's going to be ourselves, isn't it?
I am the guest.
Yeah.
You are the guest, Hannah.
Thank you.
There you go. Righties, we are nearly wrapping up our launch day here. There's one thing that we do need to cover. Now, we have had a few questions in the chat as we've gone through around when you can upgrade and when you can get Windows 11 and that sort of stuff. You might have noticed we've purposely ignored them, and that's because we were coming up to it, and so you were spoiling it. So, so we're going to quickly look at the upgrade path. So this is just a visual that I've got on screen for you guys. When it comes to upgrading to Windows 11, so from today, people can upgrade to Windows 11, but it's going to look a bit different, both in-store and online, depending on what you've got. So if you've got an existing Windows 10 system, actually we'll cover that in a minute. Firstly, new Windows 11 PCs. So we've mentioned new collections and new devices coming out. So there'll be new Windows 11 PCs arriving both in-store and online. These devices will be ready out of the box. They'll go through the Windows 11 setup. All great. You need to be connected to Wi-Fi and you need to have a Microsoft account, which is free. But you need both those things to be able to set up a new Windows 11 device. Really important. What about then Windows 10 PCs, which I reckon a lot of people watching this will be the main one that they want to know. So if you're in the market for a new PC, there'll be Windows 10 devices which have priority for early upgrade. These ones will, out of the box, be loaded with Windows 10, but then during that setup phase, as long as you're connected to Wi-Fi or connected to an internet connection in general, you'll get a prompt to upgrade you to Windows 11 immediately. The reason for that is because these devices have been tested to make sure that they work really well on Windows 11, so they will just get that prompt straight away. For everyone else, if you're already using a Windows 10 device, or if it's a different Windows 10 device you're in the market for that hasn't got that priority for early upgrade, these will get the Windows 11 upgrade at some point. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be next month, it could be in January, it could be in April. But it's going to be a slow rollout. They're using a process called Intelligent Rollout. So this is what they've done for Windows 10 for years now with every major update. Instead of throwing out all in one go, the problem with throwing it out all in one go is like, great, everyone can have it right now. But if there's like that one problem, then everyone has it. And now that's a much bigger problem to fix. This slow rollout, it will go out to the devices which have been tested first, and then it will slowly go out to others over time. So that there is a problem or a bug that is spotted, that update process can be paused, it can be fixed, it can be rolled out, and then we carry on. So what that means for you, if I get rid of this screen for a moment, what that means for you, if you have a device which is ready for Windows 11, so it meets the minimum requirements, you've done the PC health check. If you haven't, download the PC health check app so you can see if you can go to Windows 11 if your device is ready for it. If you've not got the prompt today, like right now, just chill. It will come. It will come in time. It will come when it's ready for your device. Now, you can just go to the Windows website and you have got the option to just download Windows 11 today if you are absolutely desperate to do it. It will say on there, and I'm going to say it now as well, that the Windows team generally don't recommend that you do that because it hasn't been tested. So it's at your own risk in terms of if there's any bugs with your particular system and drivers and all the kind of very technical bits inside and that sort of thing. So if you're absolutely desperate, you can go to the Windows website and actually get it today. But generally speaking, if you're all right with being patient, just wait until it prompts you
wait for it,
to
guys.
get the best experience. From a customer point of view, for everyone watching that works in retail, that's the one for customers as well. Wait for it, and then you'll get the best experience out of it. That's my guarantee. So I don't know what any of that was.
Interpretive dance.
Yes, that's my interpretive dance.
Okay, loved it.
So yeah, we've got some comments to quickly throw through as well. So my desktop was faster than Windows 10, but with Windows 11 got significantly faster. I'm a very happy Louis. Good.
Yes, happy Louis. That's what we need.
That's the best kind of Louis.
Amazing stuff. And to see it on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, she's put the link in the chat for if you did want to download Windows 11 today. As I say, if your device hasn't been prompted yet in the Windows update, then if you do want to download it today, you can, but it's not been tested yet, so do just keep that in mind. It's best to wait. I'm going to wait. I've got my gaming PC here. It's ready for Windows 11. I'm going to wait until that prompt arrives.
I'm going to wait too.
And yeah.
Yeah, same here.
But do the PC health check. Do download the app.
Do that.
Do
that.
You're waiting. Do
that.
Do that.
Sorry, Adam, please continue.
Yes, it's fine. I mean, to be fair, on that note, we have reached...
Oh, I see what you did there.
I mean, I didn't even see what I did there, and you did, so I'm impressed.
I did the note, and you said.
And then I said on that note, "Oh my God, we're comedians now." We have come to the end of our stream. We'll do it one more time. Windows 11, guys, is out today.
Today.
Yes, today. You can download it via the the Windows update. Just be patient. If it's not out today, it will come. It will download if your system is ready for it. But that is absolutely everything. Guys, have we had a good time? Has it been all right?
Yeah.
I've had such a swell time. It's been brilliant.
Swell.
Swell.
I did.
Brilliant.
It's a word that's
There's
not
going to
used
be people.
enough.
Who was it? There's someone watching from the Philippines going to be looking at us, being like, "They're so British."
At midnight.
So I had this the other day. Who was it? One of the guys on the American team called me out for saying "while" or "whilst." Whilst, that was it. Called me out for saying "whilst." I use it quite a lot. I use "whilst" all the.
It's a word.
Whilst.
Whilst.
I'll be
say it too many
downloading the
times.
Windows update whilst making a cup of tea.
There we go.
I
That
think-
makes sense.
Schofield,
There you
who
go.
downloads the Windows update whilst making a cup of tea? Who?
There you are.
Whilst.
We are really sidetracking here, but
We're having a good time. That's all.
we're
You
gonna
gotta have the pinky up when you have the tea. as well.
have the
Human
pinky up.
whilst.
Have the pinky up.
The tea conversation, I don't think, it's going to take way too long. Because there's going to be what color tea, milk first, tea first. No.
Windows 11 is finally here.
There you go. I was literally just going to bring that up. We're going to end this on Mark Anfield. Well done, team. Windows 11 is finally here. And our friend from the Philippines as well. Thank you very much for joining us at midnight, you absolute mad person. We're going to end things there. So everyone, thank you very much. But this is not the end. This is just the start of everything we're going to be covering with Windows 11. So next Tuesday, exclusively on the Expert Zone UK and Expert Zone Ireland Facebook pages, we're going to be starting our first of 4 streams looking at all the features of Windows 11 and how they can benefit you. And that will start with power and how Windows 11 can bring you closer to the power within you. We'll be having a special guest from Intel joining us, talking about all things Intel Evo. And yeah, it should be a good time. So on that note, Hannah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Adam.
Monica, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Matt, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Thank you.
And on that note, we are going to say goodbye to you. So thank you very much for watching. If you're either on either of the Facebook pages or on our YouTube channel, hello to you on YouTube. By the way, it's rare that we do an easy live on the tubes. But we shall see you around. Thank you very much. Have a good day. See you around. Bye.